This Harry Potter actor will go to prison for some of the crimes he committed. Not him, but this. His name is Jamie Waylett, 11 years old when this story is set. He lives in London. He grew up in a modest family and has had an interest in acting since childhood. But who would have thought? Jamie's life in the real world is much darker than the story of magic at Hogwarts. From sudden fame to finally ending up in prison. But first, like this video and subscribe. Okay, let's continue. In 2000, fate brought he to a major audition for the Harry Potter movie. Talent scouts from Warner Brothers came to his school to find children to fill roles in their upcoming movie. They thought Jamie was perfect for one of the roles. Jamie had never acted before, but becoming an actor was his dream. This role is not the main character, but it is quite important. Jamie was part of the Slytherin gang for the first 6 films, and while there isn't much dialogue, he's a strong presence, with a large build and a typical school bully expression. And this is a photo of Jamie when he played Vincent Crabbe. In 2001, the movie came out and it was blows up. And then he acted again and did his second film and the movie was blows up again. Jamie lives in the spotlight. He attends movie premieres, walks in red carpets, and is known to millions of fans worldwide. However, behind the scenes, Jamie began to show signs that his life was not going as well as it appeared on the big screen. While other actors like Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint are known for being disciplined and polite children, Jamie is known for having a somewhat unruly attitude. Some crew members who have worked with him said that Jamie often jokes inappropriately, sometimes even making the shooting atmosphere uncomfortable. He is also known for not always following the director's directions, and for being easily emotional. Although it didn't cause any major disruption, Jamie's reputation as a difficult child began to spread around the production environment.
Boys, I think it's time we teach Weaselby how to respect his...
Many assumed Jamie would continue his acting career after the Harry Potter series ended. However, behind the camera, Jamie's life began to change.
Not very friendly. Boys... Don't stand there, do something!
At the age of 17, Jamie was at the peak of his fame. He has starred in 4 Harry Potter films, has a huge fan base, and lives in a glamorous world rarely seen by teenagers his age. While he friends focused on building long-term careers, Jamie began to lose his way. Jamie sometimes arrives late to set. He likes to make crude jokes and seems to be getting lazy about practicing his lines. Many of the crew felt Jamie was starting to change, becoming more arrogant, more unruly, and often causing minor trouble. At that young age, Jamie began experimenting with risky things. There were several reports that he often partied, drank heavily, and even engaged in bad outside the shooting location. Although it was not immediately reported by the media at that time, gossip began to circulate among the film crew. For many teenagers, the age of 17 is a time of self-discovery. But for Jamie, it was a time when fame and freedom led him astray. 2009 was a turning point. At the time, Jamie was 20 years old, transitioning from adolescence to adulthood.
Harry!
Bloody hell, Harry. That was not funny.
As time went on, as the Harry Potter series grew in popularity, Jamie's life began to fall apart. He started hanging out with the wrong crowd, and his lifestyle changed drastically. In April 2009, Jamie Waylett and a friend were driving through London in a car that caught the attention of police. At first, it seemed like a routine traffic stop. But when officer looked inside the vehicle, they found something shocking: 8 bags of Zaza hidden inside. But the case didn't stop there. Police then conducted a search of Jamie's home in Kilburn, North London. In his bedroom, they found cannabis plants growing under special lights, evidence of a small cannabis garden in his home. This case has become a big spotlight. How could a young star from Harry Potter, a movie that children love, be involved in a drug case? News of the arrest spread quickly in the UK and among Harry Potter fans around the world. Many could not believe that one of the Hogwarts students could be involved in breaking the law. Jamie was arrested and charged with growing cannabis. During the trial, he admitted to the charges, claiming it was only for his own use, not for selling. Even so, the damage was done. The once-loved child actor now faced a reputation he couldn't escape. The court ultimately sentenced him to 120 hours of unpaid community service. Warner Brothers didn't want to risk keeping an actor with an ongoing criminal case. The character of Crabbe was then removed from the final film, and his position was replaced by another character. This marked the end of Jamie's acting career. Unfortunately, that wasn't the end of Jamie's problems. In August 2011, London was shaken by massive riots that spread across England. Thousands of people took to the streets, burning, looting, and vandalizing businesses after the death of Mark Dugan, a black man shot dead by police. It wasn't long before the riots spread across social media, and more people emerged to take advantage of the situation, including Jamie. Jamie decided to come with a group of his friends, and it seemed like they wanted to have some fun by taking advantage of the situation, and they treated the riot like a big party. At that moment, Jamie saw the crowd looting the supermarket. Then he also went into the pharmacy to steal. Then his friend gave him a bottle of champagne and said, "Cheers, friend." Then Jamie drank the champagne, and just then, one of Jamie's friends handed him a Molotov cocktail. Jamie, who always wanted to be a gangstar, took the bottle and started running down the street with the Molotov cocktail. Jamie's behavior made the traders around there scared. They thought Jamie would burn down their shops. Amid the chaos, Jamie Waylett was caught on CCTV footage participating in the riots in Camden, North London. He was seen holding a Molotov cocktail and carrying stolen bottles of alcohol from a looted shop. So when the police were tracing and looking for the people who committed the riots and crimes, they were able to identify Jamie, who was carrying a Molotov cocktail on the street during the riots. For the public, it was shocking. How could a former Harry Potter star, once seen as a Hogwarts student, now be part of real-life riots? Days later, the police arrested Jamie Waylett. He was charged with several serious offenses. During the trial, his lawyer argued that Jamie had been swept up by the chaos and wasn't a violent participant, but the video evidence told a different story. In the end, the court sentenced him to 2 years in prison. The judge stated that Jamie's actions were a sad example of wasted young talent. The sentence marked the complete end of Jamie Waylett's career. After getting out of prison, he never returned to the entertainment world. He chooses to stay away from the public spotlight, with no active social media accounts, no interviews, no new projects. The year 2011 officially closed the doors of Hogwarts for Jamie Waylett forever. He was no longer the young actor with a bright future, but a reminder that one bad choice can destroy everything in a moment.